What's up, guys? DrFeelGood here, back again with another video prescription. And like every other gamer out there in the YouTube community, I'm going to be talking about the Nintendo Switch. But instead of trying to pile on all my initial impressions and opinions about everything in one video, I'm going to break them all down into separate videos. So you may see a flurry of smaller videos from me over the next few days. Hell, you may even see 5 today, to be honest. So first up, and it's the easiest for me, at least for the time being, is their new paid online service. Now, I've seen more than a few people that were pissed off, had something negative to say, and in a sense, it is justified. Whenever you are accustomed to getting something for free, and then one day said company or corporation decides to attach a fee to it, it is enough to piss you off. It really is. So as I said, I understand. It is justifiable. It is. What I don't understand is that people are already getting pissed off and don't even know the damn price. People are already saying they're not going to buy it and don't even know the damn price. Now, Nintendo said that this is going to be, I don't know, $100 a year during the presentation. Then yeah, I get it. If the competitors are charging only $60 per year and they've been doing it for a hell of a lot longer, then yes, you have every right to be pissed and not support it. But seeing folks saying they're not going to support it or buy into it when you don't even know what the damn price is, I'm sorry, but you seem to be a little biased. You seem to be a person trying to start some shit. And I could be wrong. If I am wrong, please let me know. I've already spoken to one person on Google Plus that gave their honest opinion, said they don't feel like investing in it. And I politely asked them, hey, do you have an Xbox One or PS4? They replied no. And then I asked, did you ever own an Xbox 360? They said no, they mostly only own Nintendo consoles. So that person has the right to be a little bit put off by this, because they had a Wii or Wii U, they were accustomed to free online. Now let me say not to this person, because this person actually had common sense, so shout out to you, you know who you are. To the ignorant and dumbass YouTubers out there, let me tell you something you may not have thought about. You do realize that online play is very expensive. See, to you, it's $50 or $60 a year, or in my case, I never paid full price for Xbox Live, so to me, the most I paid is about $35-$40, honestly. So to you, it's like, oh, $60 a year, that's well worth it. You're right. It costs millions of dollars to maintain online communities and connectivity. It does. So, you may think it's a cheap cost, but it's not. And when it comes out of your pocket, there comes a point where you're like, are we really making, is this really beneficial to us in the long run or even the short run? And that's what happened to PlayStation. All right? All those guys back in the 7th gen, they used to brag about how PSN was free, how they could access Netflix and other apps and play and have online multiplayer in their games for free. They bragged about this. That was their main point. And we're arguing with an Xbox One fan or owner. I'm sorry, Xbox 360. Then came the PS4 and Xbox One and the 8th gen. They weren't singing that same song. And I didn't hear any of them complaining about now having to pay for it. I think I may have heard one person like actually say this is bullshit, I'm not going to buy into it. That's it. Maybe one person. But the countless people I came across in the 7th gen that used to brag about that feature of it being free, now they had nothing to say. There was no public outcry. I didn't hear or read about any posts or news articles about Sony being slammed with phone calls, emails, blogs about, of angry or upset fans about having to now pay for a service that's been free for the last 7 years. I didn't hear that. I did not hear that. So, I don't want to hear shit, even from Nintendo fans, about this. Especially those Nintendo fans that have owned a competing console, whether it be Xbox One, PS4, PSN, or Xbox 360. I don't want to hear any complaints, because a lot of you guys used to also make statements such as Nintendo's online sucks. They need better online. Well, if you think it sucks, it would be stupid to charge for it, right? I mean, look at PlayStation Network. It still sucks, but now you're paying for it, and it still sucks. They still get hacked almost every month. So, with this being said, Nintendo is promising a better online infrastructure and more online games, whether it be online leaderboards or online multiplayer. But to provide better, I'm pretty sure the thought came across to them that this is going to cost us a lot of money. Do we want to pay for this out of our own pocket, or have the gamers who want this contribute? Because there are Nintendo fans that don't care about online play. I'm one of them. I love online play, but I don't have to have it. I don't have to have it. I don't pay for PSN, and I never will. I pay for Xbox Live, but that's every now and again. So, you guys that bitched about wanting Nintendo to have a better online infrastructure, more online games, better online connectivity, well, now you have it. And guess what? It's optional. You don't have to get it. Just like with Xbox, Live and PlayStation Network, it's completely optional. Now, Nintendo, the page does say that most online games will require the paid service in order to play online. Okay, they said most, not all. I'm going to take that to mean basically all, because I'm pretty sure the number, if they said most, that means there's only going to be a few games where it's going to be included for free. All right, only a few. And it may be their own, we don't know. We don't know. I know Splatoon had dedicated servers. And I know that's not something that's cheap to maintain. I possess common sense and business knowledge. It's not cheap, people. It's not. Even Miiverse costs millions of dollars. I think like $1 million a month to run, if not more. It's expensive. You may be thinking, but it's just an online, gaming blog community. But to monitor, to make sure there's not garbage is not being hacked, that it's always active, to keep it updated, it costs millions of dollars a month. And it's out of Nintendo's pocket, because you bastards are not paying for that. So, now you're going to have potentially a much better online infrastructure with the Nintendo console. And you don't have to pay for it, but if you want to play online, for the most part, you have to pay for it. I don't want to hear you bitching. I don't. I do not want to hear you bitching. You want free online? You know what a Wii U is. And that may sound harsh, but it even says on the website, this new online service does not affect the 3DS or the Wii U. So, I'm just saying, I'm not being an asshole. At least I'm not trying to be one. If I come off as that, hey, that's your perception. And I frankly don't give a shit. However, I don't want to hear you complain. Especially when it comes to what they're offering in it. I've seen a few people saying, I gotta pay for this service to get online voice chat and stuff like that. Doesn't your Xbox One and PS4 game DVR require their paid service to even use or to upload online? The Xbox 360 for the longest time required Xbox Live just to watch Hulu and Netflix before they changed the policies about 4 years ago, I believe, 4 or 5 years ago. Hell, I know PSN on the PS3, you couldn't even get, I think, automatic updates without PSN. Because I tried to enable that shit and it said PSN required for automatic updates, meaning in the background. You gotta be shitting me. So something a console needs, you expect me to pay for? You can kick bricks till your toes bleed. And I recall some of you saying that if Nintendo offered a paid service, which included such things as, or luxuries as online voice chat and on-screen notifications, that you'd be happy with that. You'd be happy knowing that it wasn't required, but it would be available for those that really do care about those features. Well, guess what? You got exactly what you asked for. You got exactly what you talked about. That, hey, offer a service that allows people that do care about online multiplayer, that people that do care about online voice chat and things like that. Now, if you want it, there's a service you got to pay for it. You got it. So I don't want to hear any shit about Nintendo doesn't listen, because they did. They really did. But overall, I'm not sure if I said this in the beginning, but most of us expected this. First, it was just Xbox charging for it in the 7th generation with the Xbox 360. PSN was optional. It wasn't required to play games online. Then, both Xbox One and PS4 require subscriptions to play online. They do. So, and now here we are, about to start the 9th gen in less than 7 weeks. And now all three are going to require something. So it was expected. Now, me personally, I won't lie. I was hoping that online multiplayer would still be free, but the other bells and whistles, there'd be a small fee for, maybe an annual fee or whatever. But I will also say, it does suck. It does suck that now, for the most part, given that the site says most games will require it, not all, but most, but for the most part, it does suck that now online multiplayer is behind a paywall. But we've been enduring this for 2 generations. We've been enduring this since 2005 with the Xbox 360. I'm just saying, people, it's nothing new. This is 12 years. It's nothing new. And if you had Xbox Live back on the original Xbox, you've been enduring it longer than that because it wasn't free. I take that back. There was a free version, Silver, and you could pay for Gold, which is an online multiplayer and things like that. But this is nothing new. It's nothing new. So don't pretend like you've always had it for free, especially if you own multiple consoles. Now, if you're a PC gamer, I get it, but most of you bastards have paid for the monthly subscription to World of Warcraft. So I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Unless you're like the guy I'm referring to, that is primarily on Nintendo consoles, did not own a PS3 or Xbox 360, does not own a PS4 or Xbox One. I get it. You never pay for online, mostly. But let me say this. Even if you never pay for online, you have paid for online. Let me tell you what I mean. Internet is not free. Everyone pays through their ISP. Well, I don't care if it's Time Warner, Verizon Fios, Uverse, Comcast, Spectrum. I don't care. We pay for it. Now, I do believe we should not have to pay for it if you already pay for the, our internet, but that's another topic for another day. But it's nothing new. So I need all of you, and I do mean all of you, to calm the hell down, shut the hell up. I understand the frustration that you don't want to pay for it, but some of you, it's because it's Nintendo. And that really is it. It's because Nintendo should do it for free, although you're okay with paying for the other two. That's bullshit. That's extremely double standard. You're talking out both sides of your mouth. And that's the case, and you're paying for both PSN and Xbox Live, I don't want to hear your shit. And if you're offended, hey, you know what to do. don't come back to this channel. I keep it real. We're all biased to some extent, but I own all three 8th-gen consoles. I own all three 7th-gen consoles, and even before that. So I'm probably one of the least biased people. I play games on all three. I play online multiplayer for all three. But anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. And until next time, keep it gaming.